Should be live. Let's just actually make sure. YouTube likes to be weird sometimes. Oh, I'm so glad I can't change the default thumbnail when I'm going live from here. But that's okay. Alrighty. But yes, hello everybody. Welcome to my first ever, or at least I think first ever, live review. Today we are reviewing Otoko Cross Pretty Boys Mahjong Solitaire. And in case you're worried, don't worry. There's not actually any nudity. This game makes you want to think there might be nudity. This is about as bad as it gets. So if you're worried it's going to get any worse than this, don't worry everybody. We're in this together. So yes, I am here. I've platinumed the game, so you don't have to. The game is out now on PC, Switch, PlayStation 4, and yes, even natively on the PlayStation 5. So we're going to go through this journey together of checking out a couple of the boys and seeing what this game has to offer. If you have any questions about this game, like what the heck is Mahjong Solitaire, it's a question I ask myself as well, we're going to answer that today. Spoilers, Mahjong Solitaire, not that exciting. Is not as interesting as you would have thought. So, now that we've promoted this everywhere and we've got the live chat up, yes, welcome to Otoko Cross. Little bit of a little bit of a disclaimer. I did get this game as a review code through the publishers. Let's bring this down at least, like here. It should be good. Not that there's a lot of voice acting, but don't worry, you'll get it. And yes, we are in easy mode. Not because this game is too hard for me. This game is overly challenging for no apparent reason in terms of just randomness and having to do things. So, here's how to play. Spoilers, you're just matching the tiles. There are certain times you can't touch them, like if they're touching other things or something's above it. But yeah, for the most part, you're going to understand this within like 1 to 2 minutes of playing. Very easy stuff. And everyone here who is live, thank you so much for being here live. Here is the whole staff who made this game. Shout out to Josh French for creating and directing this. My question, I just want to know, where's the staff? Like, who's the coder? Who's the like? We have more information about the voices, the 3 voice actors, than the artist. Who's Tommy? What did Miyosuke do? I want to know why the special thanks, but that's okay. And then credits for the sound effects and the soundtrack. But yeah, I was morbidly curious about this game for a long time. Because of the beautiful, beautiful art and the beautiful boys, and just, hey, let's learn Mahjong Solitaire. Because EastAsiaSoft has done this with a couple of other games, mostly just been, hey, do you want to play Solitaire with cards? Or Mahjong Solitaire with big boobed girls? Here you go. Well, now we're catering to both demographics. We've got the girls and the boys dressing up as girls. So, in case you didn't know, by the way, Otoko Cross derives from the Japanese word Otoko nomo, which basically is just a term to describe men who culturally basically just express themselves very femininely, but they are just they're male with feminine appearances or cross-dressing or whatnot like that. So it's very much in that camp. So yes, let's jump in. We'll do the dressing room later because I feel like the dressing room kind of spoils it. Like there's not a lot really going on. But speaking of spoilers, we're gonna jump into Haru's final stage. Here we are. We're in Haru's room. This is the game, everybody. This is your $10 well spent. Now, I wasn't going into this expecting, like, goaty material. My bar, I thought, was pretty low. Of, like, what does this game need to do to make me think, hey, for $10, this is fun? It's not a quick, easy platinum. Like, it's an easy platinum for sure. But it's definitely not, like, even satisfyingly quick. It's not mindless, like, there's definite effort to it, but, like, it's not even a platinum where, like, you're required to beat the game. Which I always find kind of disappointing. There's a lot of content you're missing out. Prepare, by the way, originally, my idea for this was like, oh, hey, you know, it'd be fun. I should platinum this game on PS4 and do this as a review. That would be so mind-numbingly boring, everybody. Like, I was bored for myself playing this. I'm like, I could be playing, like, so many other kinds, like, and I like mindless games like this, but I think one of my problems with Mahjong Solitaire, or at least the way this game presents it, is it's just like, there's just not enough really going on. Like, it's not a challenge, and even when the timer is there, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, it's frustrating. Like, even, which hopefully we don't have happen, if you run out of picks, the game doesn't go back a step and then shuffles them around for you. No, you just have to go back and start from scratch. Which, like, no one is going to find fun. I would assume nobody is going to find fun. On easy mode, you do have a shuffle and hint option you can do 3 times, so here with hint, it'll give us some good ideas about the obvious things I was somehow missing. So enjoy making fun of me for not noticing any of these. And then we can shuffle if we get lost. Also, since we are on their final round, so each level has 3 rounds. Round 1 and 2 have no clothes changing. Only the final round features this. And there, yeah, again, like I said in the beginning, nothing nude here, everybody. This is a wholesome Christian boy game. And when we get to the dressing room, I'm really excited for us to kind of go into the lore of Pretty Boy's Mahjong Solitaire, because there are some interesting stats about these fellas that I hope are all intentional. Oh, we can't do that one either. Alright, so we will shuffle. Try and change up our luck here. There we go. So all the voice actors, I looked them up on Twitter. All the voice actors pretty much all seem to just be streamers. To my knowledge, none of them are actually Japanese, so I do find that very funny. That a game that primarily features Japanese voice acting, even though I think only one of them is actually Japanese in the lore of the game. It is just a bunch of people doing their best, effeminate men, cross-dressing sounds. Yeah, it's like, if you've ever heard any of your Yamates or Tatakudasai, like, you're gonna get a lot of those. There's no actual dialogue, there's no story mode, you're just playing solitaire. And I gotta be real, Haru, I don't know what, like, the sexy outfit we're gonna have here. Like, all we've really done to you is just give you a short sleeve. But, again, everybody, prepare to watch me play Mahjong Solitaire very poorly. So I'm sorry you have to deal with this. Yeah, it's really those two. Let's just switch it again, I guess. There we go. See, with Mahjong Solitaire, sometimes... Oh, collectible corner, don't worry. This is one of those streams for the ages. We're gonna remember this. We won't remember it fondly, but we will remember it. How am I not... I mean, like, I know why I can't. Wow. Is it really just those two? Alright, wow, we'll shuffle again. This is easy mode. Yeah, hard mode, like, easy mode doesn't make the puzzles easier, because they're all random patterns. The only thing easy mode does is just removes the time limit and gives you ways to beat it without having to restart it insistently. Like, I got pretty much everything in the Platinum on not easy mode, but, like, easy mode or normal mode, like, it's not satisfying either way. Like, it's very strange to me. Like, the whole psychology behind this. No, it definitely sounds like your local horny streamers near you are trying to get you to watch their stream in VR chat while they're role-playing, and they're doing a bang-up job of it. But we did it, everybody. That was it! It's just a pair of panties. That, by the way, literally the smallest bulge in the entire game that I've seen so far. Buys Elysium. Time to stream Pretty Boy Mahjong. Ain't that the truth? Oh, yes, everybody. We're here. We're doing our best life. So, That was Haru.
やってあげる
Here is Quincy. Quincy's the American. I think Haru is the only Japanese one.
や
嬉しいです
Jules is French or Italian. But I want everyone to listen to the mic quality. Obviously, I'm not one to speak in terms of mic quality. The person, our next person we're going to play, clearly did not have the same mic setup as everyone else, and I find it hilarious.
やってあげる
Sounds fine. Like, in terms of audio quality, sounds absolutely fine.
いいですか
Totally fine.
お願いします
Who gave them this microphone? It's clearly different. Like, they sound like they're in completely different environments. But here we go. We're going to play Morgan, who I think might be German. Who knows? But 10 out of 10, onegaishimasu? Onegaishimasu? I don't know. Are these games supposed to try and have a story? You tell me. But, like, I thought you could at least try and do something fun. Like, have, like, I'm nameless producer man, or nameless world's best Mahjong Solitaire player going from location to location, and we're coming home from a hot, steamy date of playing Mahjong, and that's why the clothes are coming up. Like, to my thoughts, it's just, like, I feel like my headcanon of this story... Like, my headcanon to this story still sounds more interesting than any revision. Because, like, I'm like, it's not horny. Like, by the way, the level that I would need for them to get naked for this to be even relatively possibly horny. Like, I have to go through so many stages and thoughts of just, oh, God, get these puzzles. Like, here's what I would have done. Move the body art from the left side of the screen, make them wear whatever clothing they're wearing, and then have that be what the puzzle's covering up. At least at that point, it's like, okay, Jules, you have something to be doing. Like, give them something to do over here outside of literally just standing there. I'm really worked up about these pretty boy mahjongs.
本当に
But again, yeah, like, that's it for voice acting. You just hear someone, hontoni? Like, okay, cool. Thank you for hontoni. Nice to meet you, too. Moves a lot quicker with the touchscreen. I'll tell you what, this could be on my Vita, and I would still be saying the exact same thing. Like, obviously, yes, you can tell this was made primarily first for PC. Why are these guys changing clothes over Yeah, exactly. Like, at least with, like, cards, I can kind of understand it. Like, alright, strip poker. Like, this isn't a competitive game, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if anyone's getting... No one's dropping their panties for competitive mahjong. Maybe I've missed out, who knows. But, yeah, it's just 3 levels of this, and then their clothing starts to disappear for some reason. I don't know the reason.
本当に
He really loves to say hontoni. How could the stage select cover his bulge? Oh, yeah, exactly. They also don't really let you appreciate it until you get to the dressing room. Like, that's also weird. Like, it feels like the game's not trying to be horny. But then you realize it's like, well, that's what you're selling. So what are you trying to do then? If you're not trying to be horny, what are we doing here? It's really interesting. At least to me. Where's our options? We may actually be out of options. Oh, okay, cool. That helps. I think that helps too. Oh, we might get close to being screwed in a second here. I need a 3. Alright, we're gonna jumble. Because I do not want to reset. Even just to show you all as an example, I desperately do not want to have to reset this game. Really? I can't? Oh, because he's there. Okay. Hold Tony. Oh, here we go. Boop. Hold Tony. Yeah, I mean, like, I know they've done different ones, but I guess, like, because This is my first one of these, just because like the whole fanboy like element was like, okay, this is interesting that it actually saw a console release. Let's jump in and like kind of like put it through its paces. What was just only disappointing to me in that aspect of like, I would have liked to have been more surprised by this as opposed to just being like, yeah, this feels like somebody's like first kind of attempt at one of these. Oh, those are different. Jesus. Come on. There we go. Thank you, game. It's like, I know what you want from me. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, for anyone out there, like, I feel like there is a way that you could market this game to both men and women, and even people who, like, don't find this, like, a turn-on, in a way that could make this interesting. But it just kind of feels like we're like, okay, what's the least... Like, because it barely feels like a game to me. Like, I can't recommend this for $10. Even at $5, I don't even know if I could recommend it. Like, this to me is like one of those, like, okay, this has got to be like a sub $5. I'm really bored and want two moderately challenging platinums. But hey, at least we're on the third stage. So let's get some stripping. Also, I do like there are no subtitles. I would have at least thought that it'd been funny if we're like, hey, there's no story, and all the things we're saying are basically the equivalent of porn dialogue without any of the actual porn. But here you go, we'll give you subtitles for it at least. No, not even that. The collections are 30 to 40 apiece. I'll tell you what there for this. Because I know they've done a collection of the, like, big booby lady ones. If they get a collection of these and this goes to retail, I will say this, I am a hypocrite, and I'll buy that just on the... Only for that PlayStation. Only for that thing of, like, this is such a dumb thing to own, I'd have to own that in my collection, but it's one of those things, like, yeah, for a digital purchase, no rush and no recommendation. Like, unless you're just super desperate for an easy trophy, I don't know who I could recommend this for. Yeah, Medusa, it is the same publisher, and it's the same developer. I actually own a ton of EastAsiaSoft games. Physically... Definitely on the Vita, not a ton on PS4. But, again, going back to little things I feel like you could have done with this to make it a little bit sillier and, like, more on the nose. Like, I think having English and Japanese dialogue, or, like, if we're gonna only have, like, 3 guys be, like, a couple of choices... like, for me, it's like one of those things of, like, why not have them in their native language if they're only going to be saying, like, 5 bits of dialogue, you know? Like, I think that even if it's just, like, a couple of, like, English-speaking people, like, why not just give them something like that? I don't like that those are our only 2 options. We're gonna change that up. Okay. Getting better. Oh, I should have done that. Darn it. Good. Nope, that won't work. Okay. Oh. Gotta be careful for this one. Oh, weird. Your Soul Hackers 2 USB was gross. Please do tell. I'm morbidly curious to hear about what happened to this USB. Alright, everybody. Stage 3. Hold on to your panties. Also, like, none of these outfits have made me go like, oh, wooga, or like, whoa. Like, they're just the most vanilla kind of, like, choice. Like, I know, like, this was a PC-only release at first. Like, I feel like, not that, like, this had to be nude for me to be like, okay, I get it. But, like, I feel like if you weren't going to go all the way, and we're like, okay, well, we have to at least have them all be wearing clothes and covering, like there's no nipples. We could have had nipples in this game. You could have had, like, something crazy. Like, you could have had, like... like, how funny would it be, like, you just have, like, leather gears, like one of the final outfits. It's like they're basically just turned into a leather gimp. But, yeah, $10 is just asking a lot for this. And that's, like, by the way, the trophies are doing a lot of the work. The trophies are at least like, well, you know, at least I got a trophy out of it. But, like, I think this goes pretty far in me saying it says a lot that I probably won't even ever, unless I maybe get bored and have to stream something someday, I don't plan on platinuming this on PS4. Like, this is not even that worth my time. Daijoubu desu. There we go, we have one new line. Where did you go, Kanme Joe? Okay, we can use you. Which, like, again, I don't like not recommending games. I usually always try and look for some sort of angle I can either hang my hat on or be like, oh, this is interesting. But yeah, this ain't it, Chief. This wasn't, I tried so hard, and I fell so hard. In the end, didn't even matter. Daijoubu desu. Boo. Well, it's hard to say. Like, I don't even know if these games are selling well. Like, again, let's look at this outfit. This is just going to be, like, the least inspired cosplay, maybe bra, like at least hoping it's not One Piece, but it's, yeah. And then, like, criticizing something like this, like, I honestly just find funny more than anything. Just because I'm like, I don't know, like, how was anyone working on this game didn't think all of the same points that I'm making right now, you know? I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Where's our Bonies boys? Alright, let's flip it up then. Okay, here we go. Wow, I'm having no luck here, or I'm just being really blind. Yes. Sounds very concerned about me, which I appreciate. Alright, optimistic here. Yeah, like, come on. Like, that's it? That's our like, I don't know. Am I being mean, chat? Let me know. Like, is this a fair outfit to expect from somebody after playing your heart out with Mahjong? Daijoubu desu. There we go. That was it. Wrap it up, folks. They don't make them any hornier than this. So, here we have, though, we're going to go through an experience. Who wants to play Mahjong with your homie? Let me tell you, by the way, like, I'm playing this, like, when I first got the code, I was playing this with Mary next to me. She's just looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, well, listen, the gameplay might be interesting. Let's give the gameplay a shot before we completely pass it off. But no, it's, oh, yeah, Hiro-san's, yeah, if this was that. Alright, now here we unlocked our final character. I hope it's voiced by the same person who did Morgan. Our final secret character, who you don't even need to get the platinum. By the way, the only thing you need for the platinum is to do stage 1 through 3 for Jules, Quincy, Haru, and Morgan. And then if you do all 4 stages for all 4 characters, then and only then can you unlock Kyun. Alright, we'll give you like one stage, because then we'll probably have to go. Because at that point, we've basically shown this game off in its entirety. I guess they're an idol, I assume, or just someone who likes going to concerts. Also, other funny things you could do. Like, take this exact same premise, but just have it be like a FMV game. That would be hilarious. That's never been done before. Lord knows there's a lot of models who would do it. I'm sad that like this is like the first song that I'm like, hey, this sounds like something that wouldn't just be playing in an elevator. That's a good sign. Pokemon Gym Leader. Yeah, pretty much. I hope that I'll just say this. Like what's the under over, guys? Is Hyun wearing a bra? Or is that their undershirt? Or could it be overalls under their shirt? Underalls. Please let me know. Inquiring minds need to find out. I don't know. I will say it is weird that there's like a bit of pink. Like, is that his bang under the brim of the hat? But I appreciate y'all for sticking with me for our first live review. Probably not first of many, but you know what? When the games are this good, how do you say no? I don't know how I can't do that one. It's probably a halter top. That's a good point, Jody. I really feel dumb doing these puzzles sometimes. Like, I'm like, tell me. That wasn't even words, I was just moaning. The diversity in what they say is truly depressing. Like, nothing, you don't want them to say anything, like, darn, you're good. Like, there's also not even commenting about anything you're doing is Mahjong related. Like, if maybe, okay, going back to, like, if you could understand and they were saying real things, like, I think it'd be funny if they're, like, just really horny that you're playing Mahjong this good. Like, oh, I've never seen someone play Mahjong this good before. Oh my god. How did I not get this one? Because I gotta get 5. And, of course, oh, there we go. This is stage 1. I'll say this. This one is weirdly large and hard. Insert regrettable pun I just said there. Impressing the boys with my Mahjong skills. Like, I feel like there's a lot of like funny things you could do with that, but it just doesn't ever go there. Like, yeah, man, my boy's always getting impressed by my Mahjong skills. Man, I gotta be real, I feel like I'm having really bad luck with this one. If you can crush Mahjong, you can crush something else, I guess. Yeah, that's true. And also, like, I'm aware it would have involved less levels, or are there more outfits? I'm like, why is every stage not stripping at that point? Like, what stage 1 and 2 have to keep me interested? There's no plot. There's no dialogue. There's no real change in scenery or what's going on. Like, why am I playing stage 1 and 2? Like, why can't every stage just be a strip stage? Asking the important questions no one's asking for. Okay, we're making progress. I was like, this is a weirdly challenging one for me, for some reason. Hooray! Well, I say hooray, but... Okay, now it's doable. Hypothetically. I'm glad we all have very low and very immorable standards here. Wow! What am I not doing right here? Huh. 3v3. That I know I can't do. Is it the 4? There we go. Wow, that was weird. Like, sometimes, like, the rules don't necessarily make sense, but I'm also an invalid, so what do I know? I'm streaming myself playing this. God. I think, like, what makes it worse is, like, you know there's not going to be anything that crazy. Like, you know, like, after all the boys and all the Mahjong, you know there's nothing they're going to show and throw and, like, shove in with this last guy that's like, whoa, this was so worth it. Because I'll tell you what, this is the sad part, everybody. I am going to do all 4 of these levels just for, like, to say that I can do it. But that'll be off stream. I'm not going to subject you all to watching me play through 4 3-stage levels. Like, that's not how you want to spend your Thursday night. You could be playing Geofield Chronicles. Another game no one's talking about, but me. Could be playing that. No, we're stripping Pretty Boy Mahjong. Maybe some animation? Could have, like, little 2D hopping around models going on? Maybe that's too much to ask. I'm more wondering, what are other reviews saying about this game? Wouldn't it be crazy if, like, I'm the crazy one, and every review for this game is like, Pretty Boy Mahjong has really redefined the Mahjong genre. Where has this game been all of our life? It's so much fun. And anyone who says otherwise is clearly a hater. I want you to just say something of substance. That's all I want him to say. Why was this one so much easier? Again, the difficulty makes like no sense. By the way, we'll do this because I forgot to show you. There is a 2D and 3D option. Hold on to your pants, everybody, because we're in 3D mode. Let's go to 2D. It's 2D. Just in case your Switch couldn't handle that. Like, it's so barely much a difference. I honestly have got to imagine, like, it's a joke. Like, that... So yeah, it's a texture. It's a texture on a white surface. Okay, thanks, I guess. Did you notice how, like, when he cleared it, like, his frown went away? Like, he was actually sad. You're like, I don't want him to not be enjoying this. See how he frowns? Is this non-consensual Mahjong? That's not cool. I only like my Mahjong consensual, as we all should. Doshite? We're getting there, folks. We're almost a sentence. But yeah, again, I don't like... Oh, the hat's coming off. How funny would it be if it's just the hat comes off? They're like, there's no actual stripping, but the hat will come off. Alright, we're turning into a ribbon. Gird your loins, everybody. Like, maybe I was stupid. Was the first stage just really easy? We spent a lot of time on that first stage. Doshite. Maybe this is like their idol outfit. Maybe they are the idol. I like to imagine like you were at a concert and then the concert just sucked, so you were like, "Hey, let's bust out some Mahjong because Imagine Dragons is here or something." This is my life, by the way. I chose to do this. The publisher didn't pay me. God knows no one pays me to do YouTube. I said, you know how I should spend my night? Pretty Boy Mahjong. To which no one said, that's a great idea, Spencer. Banger idea. That'll get the subs up. This definitely won't tank your channel. But we know I've never cared about channel tanking or not, so that helps.
どうして
This is just like watching like my inner psyche just slowly crumble.
これがいい
Doshite. I'm having a dummy moment, I think. I think there's something right in front of me and I'm missing it. No, it's just those two, huh? Oh, that wouldn't actually help me very much, so we'll swap it up. There we go. Thank you. Thank you.
これがいい
Thank you. Thank you.
どうして
Like, I'll say this, at least like this idol outfit I think is interesting. But like it's interesting. Like that's it. It's okay. I get it. Like you're a cross-dressing idol, like that's cool I guess, but
これがいい
that's it. Like that's really all I can tell you.
僕の隣にいてくれませんか
Alright folks. That's it. We've killed the stream. Before we finish off this review of Otoko Cross. Also, where's like the body size difference? Like they're literally all the same twigs. Like no one can be tall or short or... No, it's okay. I'll just go into stage 2 through 4 and... Oh, there are leaderboards, by the way. Let's see how few people... Because like very few people are already playing this game, but... We have 8 people who have played this on normal on PS5. So not off to a good start, but hey, we're gonna out all of you. So it's RNGesus. You've been outed. We know what you're playing. You didn't have to do this for the trophy. This just means you're a pervert if you weren't covering it. Sakuraku 55. But before we get out of here, there you go. Enjoy some more outfits. Actually, what was the square for? Oh, here you go. Here's the stats I was telling you all about. Oh my god, I didn't even know this lore was here. I didn't know you could scroll down. Here we go, everybody. Strap in for the lore. The numbers went back up when we had the lore. Don't mind me, just gonna die playing this bad puzzle game. Alright, Jules. Jules is French. Hair, medium brown. Personality, formal and polite. Age, 20. Weight, 145 pounds. Height, 5'8". Traditionally, trained as a butler in Paris, Jules was in line to take over the powerful bureaucrat's household before he mysteriously abandoned his position to move overseas. Whatever brought about the change, Jules eventually ended up in Japan. Oh, that explains why they're all speaking Japanese for some reason. Where he struggled to find steady employment. After unsuccessful stints at convenience stores, bookshops, bars, and host clubs, Jules resorted to working cross-dressed at a maid cafe in Akihabara, where his subtle exotic looks and skilled professionalism earned him a dedicated following by male and female customers alike. Satisfied by the relative anonymity of the job, Jules decided to stay, but remains very secretive about his past. 3 out of 10 for backstory. No, sorry, 3 out of 5. I don't know why we're doing 10s over here.
I get it.
Alright, next up, we've got Quincy.
I get it.
Nationality, American. Hair, blonde. Personality, playful, but a bit mischievous. I'm 21 years old, I weigh 170 pounds, and I'm 5'10". Raised on a farm in the American Midwest, Quincy was constantly under pressure to follow in his older siblings' footsteps. From tending cattle and competing in rodeo competitions to playing community sports, and eventually working at his family's local general store. But by the time he hit 18, Quincy decided to escape the old-fashioned lifestyle and move to the city, where he could finally explore his own interests and ambitions. After working odd jobs at cabaret and casinos in Las Vegas, he eventually moved to Japan. God, are they all gonna move to Japan? For no reason. And secured work with a work visa as an English-speaking staff at a Western-themed amusement park. He supplied his supplements. He supplements his income as an online content creator, blogging, streaming about cosplay events. Then he attends cross-dressing. Where did the cross-dressing come in? Where did this come in at all? You were just, okay, I understood. He wanted to move, went to Vegas, Japan. I'm with you. He's a content creator. Boom. Cross-dressing. Excuse me? Oh boy. Save me, Haru. Japanese, hair, black, personality, shy and sincere, age 18, weight 120, height 5'2". Normally a shy and reserved senior at his academy, Haru was never popular and sometimes endured bullying at the hands of his male classmates. Where are the girls in that? That's all I'm asking. That is until the student council held a kabuki-themed cross-dressing competition. Oh, so we're hitting every stereotype, aren't we? Until the kabuki-themed cross-dressing competition for their culture festival, Haru was nominated by more than half of his class to participate due to his feminine structure. We're gonna bully you, but we know you're feminine. He came across the clear winner and, as a result, discovered that he felt more comfortable in public when dressed as a girl. Without the pressures of appearing masculine around his peers, he now attends class in a girl's uniform, to which staff members seemingly turn a blind eye, and has even been permitted to use traditional female Miko garb at the local shrine where he works seasonally. Just remember, folks, if you're getting bullied in Japan, just become a woman. Or dress more feminine. You don't gotta pull the trigger. We're gonna bully you, but we know you're cute.
Onegaishimasu.
Oh, I'm sorry, Morgan, you're British. So we're gonna do our best Xenoblade. We're gonna do our best Xenoblade one. I'm thinking, should it be like normal British, or should it be like really thick Welsh? Nationality British. My hair's light grey. Personality, I'm a bit confident, mature. I'm 22 years young. I weigh 155 pounds and I'm 6 fucking foot tall. Might be Australian, I don't know at this point, it's pretty late. I'm a prestigious young doctor named Morgan. I graduated high school by the time I was 13 years old. I entered medical school at 17. I don't know where the fuck what were those 4 years in between. And I earned a degree just a few years later. I spent all my time traveling the world, observing and participating at prestigious hospitals in London, Cairo, Nairobi, Mumbai, Hong Kong, and now Tokyo. The only one of these moves to Tokyo that made sense. Owing to be focused yet fiercely obsessive personality, my passions for medical science are only matched by my long-standing affinity to feminine fashion. An interest has continued and intensified in me all these years at my local culture of each country I visit. My newfound wealth and social status affords me access to many exclusive events and parties where I can cross-dress and captivate styles. So, explaining the different, cultural outfits for stage 2 and 3, but I'm still equally confused. Where any part of this occupation led you to wanting to cross-dress? I feel like the part of the backstory should have just involved them saying, and they grew up enjoying cross-dressing. No, it's just like going to, the beach. I do it sometimes. Also, no Mahjong in any of these backstories. None of them are that horny to Mahjong. It's very upsetting.
Yokatta.
Whoa! Hold the phone! Time to say something Korean, because Kyun is South Korean. Oh, it's gonna be K-pop, I can already tell. Kyun is South Korean, hair's pink, definitely natural. Personality, charismatic and energetic. Only 19 years old, weighs 135 pounds, and 5'4" tall. Once the junior member of the popular K-pop boy band, Kyun takes his stage name from the Kyun in his real name, combined with the Japanese onomatopoeia expressing for getting choked up with emotion. So much thought went into this name for no reason. back when his group performed a set cross-dressed as female pop idols, Kyun gained a massive following for his convincing feminine charms. But after a scandal surrounding their oldest member, the group was soon disbanded. Multiple talent agencies approached Kyun to continue as a solo act to perform exclusively cross-dressed. So far, he's not accepted. However, he's gone freelance, and in the meantime, appearing in various TV commercials and even in a promotional race queen at Pan Asia Grand Prix Express. So, there you have it, everybody. That's the lore. That's true. You can't... let's be honest. The scandal has got to be that the oldest member and Kyun were having a love affair. That's got to be it. Kyun was definitely the power bottom of the scandal. So, before we go,
嬉しいです。
there's also a dressing mode. This is the most horny it gets, and that's not really saying all that. You can... I forget what you do to move your character. Oh yeah, you have to drag it, because this was originally a PC game. You can bring them across their room, get rid of your icon, just in case you don't want that here. And this is as much as you zoom in. Enjoy, you perverts. We paid for this. Except me. Code provided by EastAsiaSoft. See, in the game it doesn't show you the tail. We're gonna pretend he's playing the piano today with his tail bell. See that little bell? I bet you didn't even see there was a bell. At the end of the tail right there. See that? Bet you didn't notice that. You were too busy noticing this. Also, weird question, everybody. Serious question. Is this the bulge on the right side? Or is this the bulge on the left side? Because it can't be both. The head can't be split both ways. It doesn't work that way, ladies. Or is this tiny piece in the middle the bulge, and this is just a fold in the clothing? That's my question. Are they stacked? Is it just a tiny little, like, plum? I really don't know.
やってあげる
Yo, shout out to Quincy, though. Quincy's definitely stacked. With his male succubus outfit. This definitely is the room of a foreigner. You can tell because of his iPod. I tried zooming into the background, that didn't really work that well. So, I feel like in Haru's backstory, Haru can now go to school in a female uniform. Is this the female uniform? What the fuck is going on at this school? They're beating up femboys. They're making the girls were basically midriffs all day.
お願いします。
Once again, shout out to Haru's mic. Biggest highlight of the game.
Yokatta.
And then we got Kyun. There it was, everybody. Pretty Boy Mahjong, out now on PC, PS5, full 4K, as you can tell. And, yeah. These are all boys, Mario Against the World. I'm sorry to break it to you. You probably can't tell with Kyun. But,
やってあげる
but yes, they are all boys.
お願いします。
Pretty, yeah, that's the game, everybody. You asked for this. That's all you need to know.
よかった。
You all asked for this when I got the review code. So don't forget that. This one might actually be the most racy. Like, what's going on here? Like, is this the shape? Is this just all, like... Because with this, there's no room for the imagination of where it goes. So, I'm going to leave you all on this note, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you found this after the fact of it being live, please let me know in the comments below. If you found this and aren't subscribed, I'm sorry. Please consider subscribing. If you watch this and want to unsubscribe... If you want to watch this and think you want to unsubscribe, please don't do that. That'd be really helpful too. Thanks again to EastAsiaSoft for the review code. Once again, I don't recommend this game, but we're here together looking at Jules' family jewels. Have a good night, everybody. Let me know what you thought of the game in the comments below. Let me know if you're a sicko who bought this. I'm sure there's a sicko out there who bought this and is just looking for some long-form content of this game. Because this is it. Outside of... Honestly, you know what you should do? You should just all go to Twitter and tag at EastAsiaSoft and say... At EastAsiaSoft, thanks for letting Spencer review this. Fun fact, everybody, the guy who directed and created this game, Josh, I actually applied for his position at EastAsiaSoft many moons ago. And unfortunately, I did not get that job. As you can tell, I'm not the one on the credits. Would I have made this game? Definitely. Would it be the exact same game? No, definitely not. Definitely not true. I would have still probably come up with a dumb idea like this, though. So, Josh, thanks for putting this out there in the world, especially on consoles. Even though I'm sure you'll probably never hear this, but here we have, before we get out of here, Otoko Cross, Pretty Boys Mahjong Solitaire. Out of 5, I give it, let's at least go to a 10-point scale. 3 out of 10. Pretty Boy Mahjong Solitaire. Have a good night, everybody.